Hello guys, welcome back to another Jurassic World Evolution 3 video. Today I'm going to be showcasing some of my favourite mods for Jurassic World Evolution 3. Now, there may be better mods that I have not seen before, but these are the ones that I have found, and these are my favourites. First of all, most of these mods are going to be like dinosaur related, but this one's a little different. Have you ever wanted to build, like, let's say you're building a path around here, and then you get, terrain too steep. Or you're trying to build an enclosure, and terrain too steep, you can't finish the enclosure. It's annoying, I know. So this mod, the terrain is never too steep. Even if we get a platform like this, and then let's go ahead and get ourselves a path. That's here. Yeah, you can do that now. And this works with anything. Fences, even gyrosphere tours. Like if we get a fence, it works like that as well. And then if we get, let's say, I don't know, let's get a gyrosphere tour. We can do this. The only problem with gyrospheres is when you've got a hill this steep, they just don't kind of get back up. They're just kind of stuck. Yeah, no, they just get kind of stuck. But yeah, this is a really cool mod. You can build, making you a lot more free with your park. It's super cool. So next up, we're going to be showcasing some dinosaurs. These are kind of some of my favourites. And the reason I like these is mostly because they introduce a lot of paleo accuracy, but some of them, not all, you can kind of toggle it to see whether you want to use the modded version or the original version, which I like a lot better than just being forced to use one or the other and having to go through the process of deactivating the mod if you want to use the original one. So we're going to kind of build a little enclosure here. There. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you is Mastodutes Dilophosaurus. This is one of my personal favourite mods. By the way, these mods are in no specific order. Just so you know, these are all equally as good in my opinion. So then, if we go to the modified genome here, and it still lets you use original. So let's use the original Dilophosaurus, but if we say, it says here, cosmetic set default, we can set it to, boom, Mastodutes Dilophosaurus. It's much more paleo accurate, and for the males, add these kind of quills, and you can still modify their genomes a lot, make them look pretty cool. These ones, give them kind of a reddish colour scheme, and then you can incubate them and have them in your park. The other thing I wanted to show you was, I can't remember what creator this is by, but a mod which makes Spinosaurus paleo accurate. Now, I don't have the baryonyx one because I'm using Narwhal's baryonyx currently, so this only works for Spinosaurus, Tucumans, and Irritator. The Spinosaurus is easily my favourite, being much more paleo accurate. I mean, look at that. This one, it doesn't let you use the original Spinosaurus, you have to go and deactivate the mod. But that's fine, this is a much better Spinosaurus anyway. So yeah, you can have this in your park, you can modify their genome, make them whatever colour you want. Let's get this, and then this. Then we'll incubate these. And yeah, our Dilophosaurus still come in the same batches. However, Mastodutes Dilophosaurus has all because it's a much larger animal, all has different kind of fight animations, sleep animations, and yeah, here they are. These Dilophosaurus I much prefer. They're a lot more kind of paleo accurate. They fit a lot better in with ecosystems and the weird frill things. Here we are. Here's Massaduke's Dilophosaurus out in a park. It is pretty sick. Then let's select our Spinosaurus here. A Spinosaurus is still a similar model. The animations are all the same, so some of them don't quite line up well. Then we can also get the Suchomimus, which kind of makes it more bulky. And then the Irritator, which is the same. Now, the other mod I wanted to show you today is, I don't like this thing. I really don't like this thing. I don't know why, but something's just off about the Jurassic World Evolution Acrocanthosaurus. I think it's the head. You know what I mean? And also, I didn't really include the ridge. This isn't an Acrocanthosaurus to me. You know what I mean? And if we go here, boom. That right there is an Acrocanthosaurus. This is the clownfish Acrocanthosaurus. It is awesome. Much better model, much better everything. This one it's just a single cosmetic gene, so you can't actually modify the genome, but that is fine. Let's just go ahead and get some more bays here. Then I'm also gonna show you Narwhal's Baryonyx. I'm not gonna incubate these because these are kind of some of my lesser ones. Narwhal's Baryonyx. It kind of makes the head shape much more paleo accurate, keeps everything else the same. And then this, I think I can't remember who this was, but an Allosaurus remaster kind of makes the design a whole lot more kind of subtle and paleo accurate. So yeah, we'll wait till these guys come out, and those are some of. But look at this yeah, this boy there. Well, and it only looks as female acros, but yeah, those are we'll get these in, and yeah, these are some of my favourite mods for Jurassic World Evolution 3. They are all super cool, and it's great that you can kind of get them in your park how you want them. Let's also, I tell you what, we'll also incubate the Allosaurus and Baryonyx. You kind of see how those look like in the park. Yeah, but you can still get a JWE Allosaurus, but I prefer this one. It's got a much kind of shorter snout. It still isn't 100% paleo accurate. It's still kind of an artistic representation, but I still like it. I think it's much better than the original Allosaurus they have. And then the last one here is the Baryonyx. You can tell here has much more paleo accurate head. The only thing with Baryonyx is that Chaos and Grim just goes back to the regular Baryonyx. So let's compare them. You see a difference? Yeah. So let's modify these and then get them in. Same with Limbo, it just goes back to regular. There we are. Kind of yang coloration on that. So we'll get these out. And once again, the Baryonyx animations and the Allosaurus animations are all pretty much the same. And yeah, because they're just kind of subtle changes. So yeah. Alright, Acrocanthosaurus is now done, so is our Spinosaurus. Let's just get these guys ready. You can see a colour scheme for that. And here is our Spinosaurus. Once again, I can't remember the creation of this mod, but it is awesome. Makes Spinosaurus way more lifelike or paleo accurate. Looks a lot more just like a Spinosaurus than the JP3 design did that they've used in the games for quite a while. Here we are, here's our Spinosaurus. It is super cool. It's kind of got the the legs kind of lower to the ground, much more paddle-like tail, thicker body. It's great. Now here's our Acrocanthosaurus, another awesome paleo-accurate dinosaur, much better in aesthetic than the original Acanthosaurus and JWE. I love this one. It's so sick. Look at that. This is clownfish Acanthosaurus. So here we are. Look at this. So look at it. It's awesome. Much more paleo-accurate Allosaurus. Now we have our Allosaurus. These are just kind of more paleo-accurate Allosauruses with more refined crests. They still aren't 100% paleo-accurate, as I said, but I think they're much nicer kind of artistic representation for your park. I think they fit in a lot better. And the Baryonyx, this one only really changes the head, but it makes the head a lot better, more refined and paleo-accurate, if you know what I mean. You see there? So there we go. These are some of my favourite mods for Jurassic Evolution 3. If I discover more, I may also make a part 2 on this. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe you should download some of these mods, and then whatever you do with these mods, post them in my community. Goodbye.